there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Obey, and Merry Christmas. It is that time of year when Ross and many other places like it start to fill up with bargain toys that are just really hard for collectors like me to pass on. This year is no different. Of course, we have Lightning Power Rangers collection. It wouldn't be a Christmas discount from Ross without some Lightning series. Picked this guy up for $6.99. This is Turbo Red Ranger. I've been a big fan of these ever since they came out. I have said numerous times, you just have to feel them in hand. I guess that isn't even taped. Here I'm trying to cut tape and it's not even visible. All right. Like I said, you just have to feel them in hand. Now, I don't care for Hasbro's packaging of these with the closed box. Nobody likes that. I think Hasbro kind of learned that lesson just a little bit late, especially for this particular toy line. And nobody was a big fan of these like sleeve boxes with the figures wrapped in the paper. It's just not, it doesn't feel, it feels cheap, and it feels kind of bootleg. Like I'm getting this off of I don't know, one of those bootleg sites. This Ranger comes with a slew of accessories, as most of these do. You get a couple of grabbing hands there. You get a pretty sweet sword. What I think is probably an even sweeter sword. It looks like more of a rapier. You get the helmet, you get the lightning effect, which I don't ever use any of these things. And a gun that looks like a car. Awesome. I mean, it is turbo, which I think was the Sentai originally that had, like, everything was cars. But I don't like it that you can never see the figure before you buy it, because it's in the sealed box. It's just a little bit wonky, and I'm not a big fan of it, the idea. But, that said, he does look pretty good. As the line has gone on, I have noticed, wow, all of the fingers and hands are turned around. That's wonderful. As I've noticed, as the line has gone on, the ab crunch has started to get a little bit more loose with a lot of them. I'm going to go ahead and pop off the American Actress head because I don't use those unless they're really, really good looking. I just don't. I just use the Sentai helmets because, honestly, that's what I'm familiar with. I'm going to change out some of these fists so we can check out some of the weapons on this guy. Excuse me. It is like that. We'll just throw in the laser that looks like a car. Oh, you know what I didn't notice? There is a ported hole at the end of that. I don't see any way to attach this, but I'm assuming you could put some sort of laser effect come out of there. I did not see one in the package. Don't see one on the table. Unless it's red, it's just blending in. Anyway, we will throw this big cool sword in hand, which it is kind of odd that they give us a finger shooting hand, even though he carries a sword. I know he's got the gun as well, but let's face it, the Rangers almost never use their guns. Even though he's a little bit wobbly in the middle, I think these are great. These are great figures for the price. Considering that, you know, when these were at Walmart, they were 20 bucks, and then they got up to like 27 bucks. It's like, no one's buying this. Nobody. And honestly, I've paid well, like a quarter of retail for probably most of them I've ever gotten, because I get them at places like Ross, places that they've clearanced them out, or just clearance at the regular stores. But they are good looking figures, and they feel really well made. Like, they have a good feel to them. This particular guy, if you want to run through the articulation real quick, he's got a ball joint dumbbell on the head, which gives him quite a bit of range to look around, and the paint app is really clean on the head, which is always a good thing. It comes with butterfly joints on the shoulders, which are, I mean, crazy butterfly joints. Like, really good butterfly joints. But they all come with butterfly joints. Plus a ball joint at the shoulder, plus an upper bicep rotation, plus a double jointed elbow, which cocks the arm clear back. You get wrist rotation with a pivot. And sometimes it, like this one, it pivots, let's see, okay. So sometimes they pivot like this, sometimes they pivot like this. Usually they rotate. The fist will pivot like this. The gun hands will pivot like that, as they should, as will the sword. These things have an amazing ab crunch. You get an upper ab like swivel. You usually get a waist rotation. Maybe this, oh yeah, it does. It's just not moving. Maybe it's just a little stiff, but you get a really good ab crunch with the this H joint right in there. So you end up going quite a far back, quite far forward. This guy is a little stiff. I don't want to like snap anything. I've never broken one of these before, but I don't want a video to be the first. You got ball joints at the hips, which there's nothing to get in the way. They rotate quite well. You get upper thigh cuts, double jointed knees, rotation at the top of the boots, ankle rocker pivots, all the good stuff that Hasbro is known for, and you get it all in a pretty well stylized, wonderfully painted Ranger figure for less than 10 bucks. What did I say this guy was? $6.99. $6.99 for such a high quality figure. That's a steal. Anyway, that is why I picked it up. It is that time of year. It is that time of year to do that. Treat yourself. Go get yourself one of these guys if you can find them. Always stop in at the Rosses and things like that and see what you can get. You'd be surprised what hits the clearance shelf sometimes. Anyway, that's it for this video. Got more Christmas videos coming. Thank you guys for watching. That's my story, and I'll catch you guys later.